Welcome to the EST Hangout.
This is the EST Hangout, and today's guests are...
A very good Thursday morning to you. Welcome to the EST Hangout live right here in Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. Presented by Play Alberta. Thank you everyone for listening across the Edmonton Sports Talk audio streams at edmontonsportstalk.com. Tune in, iHeartRadio. For those watching on YouTube or listening on podcast, wherever you get your podcast. Matt Iwanek with you here. Jasmine back in the Hangout today as well. And excited for this one. Brendan Clack is here in the Hangout. Brendan Clack, he's currently of CBC Radio here in Edmonton. He has the Twitter handle at NHL Update, which somebody actually did ask, is this the same Clack that beat the NHL to that Twitter handle? Yes, he is at NHL Update. It's a great Twitter account to follow if you want what's happening in the NHL. And used to work with us at what is formerly TSN 1260. So for a few of us boys, we've worked quite a few years with this gentleman over to my left. Clacker, welcome.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm super excited to be here. You know, it's been a long time since I got to sit down and just talk sports on a mic and in front of a camera. So pretty excited about that. And I mean, there's been so much like going on in my life. So you know, it's weird because you start doing other things and you're still trying to get back to sports, and then soon enough you're like, I have to pick like one of three things. Like I don't know if you've ever seen the triangle where it's like you can have two of three: sleep,
right,
social life, or was it a good job, good career? I think it's like that's the three in the triangle.
I haven't seen that. I've seen the one where it's like if you like products, if you want it fast, it can be cheap, or like there's like another one and there's like a little thing that you click and it could only allow two of them to go. But I understand, and I know where you're coming from.
Is that like an option on Amazon now? You can only do one of the two things.
It was two, what is the thing?
Yeah, what is
it
it?
was
I'm
two
very
of
curious.
things.
For me personally, it's I just sacrifice the sleep because I just watch this like sports all night, and then I do, you know, all the stuff at CBC during the day. But I mean, when your teams are doing pretty good, like when the Oilers are doing good, the Patriots are doing good. I'm a Patriots fan, and I always apologize when I say that because I have not suffered at all on the Patriots side.
Come on, you've had these last 3 years that you deserve to come back to the top.
I had to suffer through Mayo. Mayo was a tough one. That was a whole year where we weren't very good. But you know what? Like also Decade of Darkness, Oilers fans, like I get to do this. I get to go for a bandwagon team. If because of all the Oilers suffering I had.
Well, I wouldn't call you a bandwagon team. So I'll get to the one thing here after. I won't call it because, like, how old are you?
Well, I'm 29.
Right. So when you're getting into football, it makes sense. Like you jumped on the Patriots.
Yeah.
And you stuck with them for that time.
I did, but it's like, I mean, the thing is, Tom Brady was so good. I don't know if I really like Tom Brady as a person that much. I mean, I think he's been a really good commentator. He's worked at it, and at the very beginning it was pretty bad. Like him and Tony Romo flipped for me. Like Tony Romo used to be, oh my God, we got to tune in to hear Tony Romo. He predicts the plays. This is incredible. And now it's like Tony Romo just sits there and goes, yeah, Jim.
Yes.
And that's all he does. And then Tom Brady's out there and he's like, actually, you know, I love that little segment where he's kind of being like, hey, this is what you do if you want to throw a football in the wind. You got to angle it like this. And he's actually been pretty insightful. But as a player, like growing up, I just was really enamored by how effective that team was. And it was easy to bandwagon them, just like bandwagoning like the Spurs.
But bandwagon to me is you're jumping off back and forth. Like if that would have been when the Patriots weren't good for those long 3 years, you jumped to a different team. And now that the Patriots are good again, you've jumped back to the Patriots. That's bandwagoning. Are you a bandwagoner or are you a Pats fan?
No, it's a Pats fan.
Say yes, so you're not a bandwagoner.
I lived through Cam Newton Patriots. Like that was a year.
I always forget about that.
That was
one.
the season.
I always forget about that.
It was a weird year. They actually almost beat the Seahawks in a game where like he was incredible, and I thought, wow, Belichick might pull this off. And then he was awful, and then it was terrible. But there you go. I followed the whole terrible season.
No, you're not a bandwagon fan at all. You clearly fell in love with Tom Brady first, right? And then the Pats kind of thing?
Yes. Also, this is a weird one. James White. I loved James White. I don't know what it was. Maybe because he was a PPR machine. Like if you had him in fantasy football, he caught like 15 catches for 40 yards. But in the Super Bowl against Atlanta, like he was the reason why they won the game. In a way, they just kept firing it to him, and he had 10 yards, 10 yards, 10 yards. So I have an affinity for James White.
Do you think with Rome, like, do you think that the CBS, I think he calls for, do you think that they told him stop predicting plays?
I believe that did come up. There was a report that came out that he was told more so, but the teams were like, we don't want you predicting our plays. Like, because you get information from inside the production, or, like production teams, that they have meetings with the teams before the games. There apparently was maybe one little pushback from those. The other thing that I've also heard, which I don't know if this is true or not, because, well, I never played quarterback, just the fact that he's been out of the game now. The game is, like, it was easier right when you go straight to the booth. You were just film sessioning all these teams, so you know all these things. But now that you're not there doing those week in and week out like you used to, it's easy to not be like, yeah, I'm not in the know anymore.
I get that. Like, that's understandable. But I also like Troy Aikman, I think, has got, like, he's better and better the more, like, the further away he is from the game. He's more critical. He actually has, insight on, okay, well, they ran this play, but that doesn't make any sense to me. They should have done this or something. And yeah, Romo's has become kind of a meme. I still think I prefer him to, like, maybe Herb Street. Like, Herb Street's really good in college, but I'm not so, like,
he's annoying me in college. This is the first year I finally started going, I'm tired. I'm getting tired of you, Kirk. Like, I'm getting, you're starting to not be as good as you once were. The shine's starting to wear off Kirk Herbstreit in college for me.
He has such a tough task, too, on the NFL side, because Al Michaels is like I heard someone compare Al Michaels to kind of like Bob Cole at the end, and I was like, that's about right. And then Al Michaels had one, like, I thought his playoff game wasn't that bad. Like, he had some energy again, and that was kind of like how Bob Cole, he had that Kings Blackhawks 2015 series, and he pulled one more out for us, and then it was like, calling Sergei Gonchar by every other Penguin's name of all. Like it was just getting really bad where he just didn't know who was on the ice. And Al Michaels is the same. It just seems like he doesn't really know who has the ball. And then maybe Kirk's like,
if
hey,
it's a bad game, he has just utter disdain for the game, as he's calling it.
Yeah, he absolutely hates the game. Like the one thing, like, I do respect Al Michaels for kind of bringing out sports betting a little bit, because he's the one guy that would go on there and be like, oh, that might have mattered for somebody.
He's done that for years.
And he was the first guy to kind of do that. And I have respect for that.
Him and who used to do college? Why am I going to? Brent Musburger. He used to, because he left ESPN to go work in Vegas to be fully into the gambling.
That makes sense. That makes sense. And I don't mind that.
He actually had one of my favorite calls ever, too, because it was the national championship. It might have been Cam Newton's national championship game, Auburn, Oregon. And it was in the Tostitos Bowl. The Tostitos Fiesta Bowl, that they were the sponsor, and he said, and for the last play of the game, he just went like, "This is for all the Tostitos," and just mixed in the sponsor. Like, why are you mixing, like, doing it this way? But whatever, this is awesome. By the way, so you could have something good and cheap, but it won't be fast. You could have something fast and good, but it won't be cheap. And if you want something fast and cheap, it won't be good. Those are the three things that you have to pick: 2 out of the 3, good, cheap, and fast. You can only have 2 out of the 3,
and fast.
So product type thing. So, like, if you want a shirt, if you want it to be a nice quality shirt, but cheap, you won't get it fast. Let's say if you need to get it ordered or something. If you want it to come fast and be good, it's not going to be cheap. And if you want it to be cheap, but also get it fast or something, it won't be good.
That seems really outdated.
I need quality.
Well, like, just like Uber Eats. You can get, like, something good, fast, and cheap on Uber Eats. They have great 2-for-1 deals. Or Skip the Dishes, or DoorDash. Whoever's sponsoring you, they have a great deal.
Have it. We don't actually have a delivery service. So if you are a part of one of those delivery services, let us know. Business at edmontonsportstalk.com. You could be the official deliverer of the EST.
But, like, a lot of, like, the pizza deals on there, 2-for-1s. Like, you can get a pizza for like $10. I mean, now I'm just selling pizzas basically on air, but fast,
still
cheap,
have some
and good.
pizza if anyone wants some Royal Pizza down in our fridge. We have a lot.
I like Royal Pizza. They got good sauce.
Sauce.
We didn't get any sauces yesterday, I don't think, for the pizzas.
No ranch even?
No.
You need the ranch.
Yeah, you do need ranch. That's actually, like, the one, like, premium. If you have ranch
And chili flakes.
Chili flakes too are good. But if like, the people that make the best on air pizzas, they don't necessarily bake the sauce into it. They lather it on the top.
Exactly.
That's when you know, like, they know what's up. Like, if you get that nice spread, I mean, it looks like it's going to be a heart attack for you, but it's amazing. That's when you know. I don't just know NHL stuff.
No, you know a
it's
lot of
just-
things. I've spent enough time with you, Clacker, to know that there's a lot. I remember we did a couple of Elks games together. You planned out your drinking schedule for your party after one of the Elks games. I do remember that. You're trying to plan out which drinks should you start with and end with.
Well, I can tell you, okay, I was thinking about should I tell this story or not, but I will because I think it's a great story. But there was a time on at 1260 where I was watching March Madness with all my friends. It was on Saturday night or something, and Hernan texted me and he said, "Hey, I really need you to step in for the post game show because I have an emergency to attend to." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, I've had like 6 beers already." And he's like, it's Oilers Ducks. Like it's 5-1 Ducks." And I remember thinking, okay. So I hopped in an Uber, headed out to the studio. I get in and I see Gazzola, and he's got a twisted tea on the desk. And I'm like, okay, you're on the right page. We're both on the right page. And we basically just slammed the Oilers for the whole show and then got out of there as fast as possible. But there was a little bit more, exuberance and energy in what would have been a very energy-less 5-1 Saturday night loss. Like they didn't even care that game. It was like a March game where they had already won a bunch, and it was like, whatever.
Yeah, that sounds about TSN 1260, right?
Yeah.
That sounds about us. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, do I normally drink on the job? No. I just did a really nice pack for CBC though about Weird Beer Festival. So it's not like I can sit here and say that I never have. But that was for a great festival. I really there were some really great concoctions at Weird Beer. People really
Where was that?
A bunch of different breweries across Edmonton. And
So you just go to different breweries?
yeah, we just hop
Okay.
from brewery to brewery. And
In March, you were saying?
No, this is like now. This is like a couple weeks ago. I did this.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was it was crazy because one of the ones that I went to for this pack, there's one in Sherwood Park, and they did a I don't know if I should say names and everything. The Manual Labor in Sherwood Park, they have a cricket beer that's like a cerveza, and it's like a heavier Corona, but they had crickets on the top of the
Like
drink.
actual crickets?
Yeah.
I won't do
Oh,
that.
really? So
Yes.
would you eat the cricket first or something, or like?
No,
how
they
would
just
that
put it on the top of the drink it'd float.
go? Yeah.
And then it's just bottoms up. And now it's part of the mash too in the actual canned drinks, but they're not physically in the canned drinks.
I'd try that.
No.
It's protein.
I know. My parents bought a dried pack of cricket ones because they saw it and they tried. I was like, no, I won't do cricket. I have to be absolutely starving with no other food, desperate in survival mode to eat cricket. I don't know. I'm just not trying cricket.
I'd try it. I had an opportunity to try it, and I didn't. So, anyways, was it delicious?
Honestly, the cricket didn't even taste like anything.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
not
think it
gonna
tastes
lie.
like anything.
It's the idea of meaning a cricket.
Yeah, it's like
crunchy.
Fear Factor, but
Yeah.
it's the
That doesn't
lowest
help.
rung.
That makes me more unnerved. I'm just gonna bite into this and be crunchy. No, no.
I mean,
This place wanted to kind of kill the stigma of eating a cricket, and
Yeah,
they did a
because
good
that's
job.
the thing we need to that the society's really we're stuck on. The stigma of you shouldn't eat crickets. I'm glad someone out there is trying to stop this sick stigma because man, it's really holding society back.
I'm glad they did it though, because it's a great drink. And then I went to Long Roof as well after that, and Long Roof they were doing this kind of it tastes like mainly a cucumber ale. So it was like a cucumber drink. Tasted like a cucumber, but they had wasabi in it too. Just a hint of wasabi.
wow.
It's kind of it just felt like I was in summer, even though the parking lot because of the streets in Edmonton was a mess. But other than that, the drink was fantastic, and every single brewery that's participating, they had such great concoctions. I think in St. Albert, because I'm from St. Albert, I'm proud to be from St. Albert. Tyler Yaremchuk, also from St. Albert, another
Hate the
guy
guy.
that we worked with. We have Endeavor there, and they had a scorpion drink too. I didn't try the scorpions. Apparently they ran
That's
out,
sick.
so you can't get the scorpions now. I swear that every drink wasn't just bugs. It wasn't just a bug
Yeah.
drink festival. It's we have bees making honey in the back,
Yeah.
and they're pouring it into your beer. No, that's not. We didn't do that, but it was fun.
The wasabi one is it did it clear your sinuses?
No, I mean it's just a hint of it, but if you have it in a can, you can tell more. At the very end, it's it's tiny little kick. It's not like a It's not like you're on hot ones or something. You're like, why am I drinking this? Like, I'm dying. No, it's just a little hint, but it was good.
There's something about spicy drinks that has become like there was a jalapeno beer that we once had, I think for beer of the week, or did I have it at the old place, which wasn't bad. Spicy margaritas,
Oh, huge.
right?
Yeah,
Like,
and spicy Caesars, extra spicy.
yeah, I don't know. There's something about a nice spicy drink.
I think
at
people are
times.
now like introducing more spices to their palates. You know.
I mean, I can't do any spice myself. Like I'm just off.
Seriously?
Yeah, I
Nothing?
can't. Like we used
What's
to.
Frank's to you? If I brought
Yeah.
Frank's
Yeah.
red hot sauce, could you do that, or is that too hot?
I could do it. It'd be fine. If I would dip like green onion cakes in there,
Okay.
that'd be okay.
Chili flakes, you don't do those?
Those are fine. Like buffalo chicken, that's where it's like I draw the line. Like buffalo chicken is too spicy for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You gotta introduce yourself to it, and then once you do, you'll get used to it. That's the way it works.
Have you guys ever watched Ted Lasso?
Yeah.
I haven't, and I should. Like,
Well,
a
it's like
sports
that
show.
episode where he goes to that Indian restaurant and he like ordered how you would do it. And he's like, okay, and just losing it, and it's like, whoa, like, yeah, you can't just jump all the way in.
Yeah, true.
But you have to work your way into that.
Yeah.
I do like good spice, although I feel like I can't do as far as I used to be able to. That I'm a little softer right now. I need to get back to being able to do more again. I could do it,
Yeah.
but it's not the level I've used to be able to.
You gotta then transition back to that, right? What about like I just don't understand the Scovilles, like when people get those.
The rankings for the heat.
Like, why do you want 1,000,000 Scoville? I don't understand. I tried that, and I honestly got sick. It like hurt my face.
Is there a shirt that comes with it? Like you get a little, hey, I reached 1,000,000 Scoville.
No, my
But you could go
colleague
places and you
hated
could
me.
go to hot sauce spots and like buy bottles, and they have them where they're just like my parents actually did buy me one. I could put a little dash into something and it would burn my mouth.
Exactly.
It took me so long to use this bottle because it was like if I did like a good like I would be like, hey, I need milk with me, I need bread with me, whatever I'm eating. And no matter how I tried to cook this, like it was just ridiculously spicy. It's like, what is the need of this?
Yeah,
I didn't want it to waste.
It's like it's not tasty. I don't understand. It just tastes like hurt.
Yes, like there is a line to me of it adds flavor, it adds good taste, that little kick's good, but then there is a line where like, no, what am I doing? I'm just trying to hurt myself.
Well, no, it just makes your mouth raw, or I've
Your
seen.
stomach's just hurts.
Well, it can be bad, but I've seen like one of those like hot wing competitions. I think it was at West Ed once. There was a hot wings competition. Maybe it was at Hudson's or something.
Probably.
And like the guy that
Hudson's does them.
Oh, they
Because
do.
Trevor did one of those.
Yeah, Trev's
yeah.
guts were ruined for 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He said he didn't feel right for 2 years.
Well, I mean, hopefully, maybe I saw him because the guy that I saw, he won, and then he was like, yeah. And then never saw him again because he went to the bathroom and he was like gone. Like he was just gone. He disappeared in thin air. And I was just thinking like, that's what you get as a prize. Like most contests, the prize is a prize. You get this, you get money. No, you get to sit in the bathroom and then have your guts ruined for 2 years. Congratulations on winning the competition.
I was at Hudson's once when they were doing it. And when they brought out the hot ones, like I was feeling it, and I was across the room. I'm like, this is like, I could smell it. I could smell like I'm starting to taste the heat, and I'm not even near this stuff. Like, why are you doing this to yourself? Who hurt you?
And then they go, hey,
Yeah.
you want free wings for a year? And you're like, after that, I want more. You're gonna give me more. That's the plan.
You're getting more. Yeah. Just wings. Yeah, you're like traumatized by it now, right?
Yeah, that's just not. It's not for me. Although I will say, like a little wings note, not a heat thing, but I do like boneless wings. I'm
big on boneless wings. So is Eric.
I'm bone-in.
No, it's all about boneless.
Authentic.
It is, but you could stay cleaner with the boneless.
You
If
get
I'm
more
out,
in boneless, more.
I agree with that too. If you're weighing them, like if I'm getting a pound of each, one has bones, one doesn't. One's just all meat.
Exactly.
So I'm getting more. And if it's a saucy one, I could just use a nice fork, eat it. My hand. I don't need napkins. I don't need to do. I'm not spilling on myself.
But
I know they're just chicken nuggets at that point,
Yeah,
but I don't
exactly.
care.
That's exactly.
Yes.
You took that's exactly like with the bone in. You get the crunch because of the fry. You know, there's that aspect. It's a real wing. You're eating chicken wings.
Chicken
You're
nuggets.
chicken nuggets.
Yeah, but
okay with
fancy
that.
chicken nuggets.
Yes.
Fancy. They're not just your average chicken nugget. They're the best chicken nuggets.
Like a nice dry rub one, I'm good with that. I know every so often it's nice to just have a normal chicken wing, even a hot one or something. But still, if we go to Hudson's or whatever, it's give me boneless.
Yeah.
If it's the same price and all that, I want the boneless.
I get made fun of for this take too all the time. Like, oh, you're not a man. You're doing the regular.
Well, I wasn't
wing.
gonna say it, but thanks.
Like, I don't think it's a problem. Like, there's a few things I've been teased for where it's like, I just feel like it might be the dumber version of something, or it might seem like that, but it's actually because it's just better. Like, another example too is like people like that have those Bic lighters to light a cigarette. Why not just use a barbecue lighter? Because it's a lot easier.
Yeah, but you're carrying, like, you can't put that in your pocket.
Yeah, that one's just Jasmine's right. If I'm a smoker and I'm going out tonight, I'm not carrying a massive lighter with me as opposed to a nice little big lighter that I could just quickly get it done.
I know, but if you're going like to someone's house, I don't know. If you're going camping, like you always will have you'll have a regular. It's just that lighter, like if camping especially. I'm thinking about being at a campfire, and then you're like, okay, the Bic lighter is going to be in the wind. Probably because I'm outside and it's all over the place and you got to sit there and.
But Brennan, what about looking cool when you're doing it? That's a joke.
Well, I was gonna say, it's like that's that. I was thinking about the actual point of that. I'm like, I know it doesn't look cool to have a barbecue lighter. It looks like you look like a square.
I could accept the camping one because you're packing a lot of things. So I could accept you're gonna throw one of those into your packing stuff to bring it. I'll accept that one. The Bic lighter has multiple purposes, though. You go to a house party, you don't know if they have a lighter. Again, you're not carrying this big lighter with you for that. I can't do it. I'm not. I really can't. But a lot of people can open up bottles with their lighter.
I know.
So it serves a purpose, as a can opener.
Yeah.
So you said you're
Bottle
just
opener?
adding more fuel to the fire, no pun intended, that this is actually better to have some kind of lighter on you. I mean, I used to bring a lighter with me to house parties. I'm not kidding. Like a big one, like a barbecue lighter. And I thought that was great. People always needed it. And the Bic lighter is just, it's annoying. Like your thumb's in the way and I hated it.
You light it and you hold it on the side and you're fine.
By the way, I don't tweet these takes. Like,
No,
I try to stick just to NHL on Twitter, just so that, or X, whatever it is, just so that I don't get like 40 replies about how I eat boneless wings and
You're
I like
fine
a
with that
barbecue
one.
lighter.
That one's weird.
I don't know if I use gloves when I drive. Is that a weird one?
I think that.
What do you mean?
There's people that do that, but you're more on the. Really?
Like when you get into your
You have
vehicle,
driving
don't-
gloves?
I like to keep my regular gloves on. So I have like the fingerless gloves for your phone.
Okay.
Is this 12 months of the year? Or is this just in winter?
It's not just in winter.
What?
Okay.
I'm confused. Why?
I don't know.
Some people have driving gloves. They like having driving gloves.
Never
It's the
heard of
grip a
this
little
before.
bit. It's a grip thing. I don't know. Also, like in the summer, my wheel gets really hot, and the glove actually kind of helps not.
Okay.
It shields it from the hot.
I could understand that.
But it's just.
Is
I don't know,
it
it's a-
leather?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my wheel.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, my gloves aren't leather.
No, the wheel.
The wheel is.
Because I have leather seats and stuff like that in the sun could get it could be hot, especially if we're getting like 20, 30 degrees and you're right in the sun. Obviously cars are hotter and stuff. So
Yeah, my wheel for sure. Oh, and I guess the fourth thing, because I'm thinking about being in the car already right now. I will take my sunroof down. Like I'll have like my sunroof open up to like -10.
So it's -3 outside. I'm assuming if it's snowing, you're not opening it.
It's not if it's snowing or raining, it's not open.
Yeah, okay.
But
Just making sure. So
on
it's
the way here,
-3, it's
I had
open.
it. On the way here, I had it.
You know,
open.
it's like -18 right now.
It felt less. I had it open on the way here. I can just tell you that.
The temperature, people are driving by you going, what is this?
And the heat
Right
blasting?
now.
Yeah, I had the heat blast. It's
Yeah.
very environmentally unfriendly. 'Cause
No,
it's like,
you're getting like fresh air. I see what you're doing. But I mean,
Right now, the
today
city of Edmonton is
cold, though.
-21. At this
Yeah.
very moment, it feels like -28. Now
Yeah.
you're in the car, so you're not getting the
It's
feel like
cold
-20.
today.
It's you said -10 and -21. You've had your sunroof open.
but the heat felt nice. Like I have the heat like this. I know it's a very like George Costanza-y type of situation. Like you have a whole contraption of things going on, but with the gloves and the sunroof air, and then it works.
I'm
I
learning
like it.
stuff about you, and I'm loving this.
Me too. I actually respect that. Like, it's like, yeah, that's your thing.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
And I still have a cracked screen on my phone. That's not new. That's a thing. Whenever Matt would see me, I had a crack in my phone.
Yeah, how bad's your crack? Like I don't see any.
Not terrible.
No, I don't see anything. Turn it on quickly.
You can't see if it's on.
Oh, I can't see anything then. Yeah, there's no point in replacing those until like I dropped I think this phone initially, and I had a crack in it, and I left it until like finally it like went through the whole phone, and then at some point I couldn't, like part of it was I was losing it, so I was like, okay, now I'm gonna go change it, but they're expensive to replace.
So expensive when you like damage the LCD.
Yeah,
because it's technically 2 parts. I used to repair phones back in the day.
Did you?
Oh.
Yeah, on my own. I used to work for, you know what Trevor's talking about, cell phones? Like I used to, sell them. Very hard job because you were like pressured all the time about commission.
Oh, that would
And I
stink.
hated that. That's how I got through BCIT. And then I would repair them at home. I bought the kits from eBay at that time. eBay was the thing. And then, yeah, I'd repair
If you broke your phone, would you fix it
this.
yourself?
I would not. Because now phones are worth like $1,200 to $1,400. And I would never take.
You wouldn't want it. It's too risky for you.
That's right.
Okay.
Whereas where I worked, I knew, like I learned from all those like phone nerds how to unscrew like 16 screws, for example. And then like I just learned, like I would need someone to teach me first.
Oh, well, that's actually really cool. Like, it's a super helpful skill at that time. Like, that would be awesome.
I
Especially,
made some money doing it, right? Yeah.
yeah,
I would
like,
love to fix like my phone if it broke. 'Cause it's like now, like I think partly because of the European Union, you have to be able to buy parts for your phone. Like the providers have to be able to sell you certain parts. So like if I crack my screen, I'd love to be able, like, I'm just gonna fix it. I'm not paying for this extra labor. I'll buy the $200. And I'm just gonna fix it. But I'm also like, I'm gonna screw this up somehow.
No, these ones are too hard. You do, and unfortunately, they rack up the prices because I've always broken my screen because I'm clumsy. Quick tip for windshields. If you guys need a new windshield, you guys should really check with those like glass people, like all those private, like those sort of places, rather than like going to Lexus, for example, because they're gonna give you the real brand name, and they need that actual cut, I believe, like that license of that cut, and that's why with brand new vehicles it is really expensive. But if you have an older vehicle, you can get a windshield for like $200, depending if you have like heads-up display, to like $400. Just saying, tip.
That'll be really good
Call
to know.
around, do that,
'Cause
yeah.
my windshield's gonna crack soon from
Yeah.
all the air coming in from different angles of my car.
It's gonna get warm soon, and yeah.
That'll be it'll be a good tip. That'll
Yeah.
be a good tip. I like that actually. And I mean, cars are already expensive enough, like with everything you have to deal with. So the more you know.
The more you,
That's
again, I
why-
used to work at Lexus, is why I know this.
Oh, okay. Now, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is one person that does agree with you, Clack. Caster. It's easier to offer someone a light with a barbecue lighter instead of a Bic. So you do have one person.
My new friend.
You didn't. You also have Brent, who's going, "How is a Bic lighter too complicated?" So,
It's not complicated. It's just annoying because, like, especially in the wind, because everyone's got like curling it like with their hand. Oh, I hope I shelter this enough. Now I sound like Tony Romo.
so I want a Zippo. I do still want to get a
those
good
are
Zippo.
nice gifts. They're good gifts.
Are they?
Yeah, and then you can get it engraved.
And then that thing lights pretty well, and you're fine. And you also look cool because I got a Zippo.
And you can refill it easily.
Yes,
Right?
I do know that.
Yeah. Great. I used to give them as gifts back in the day.
What's the business email again?
Business at sportstalk.com. Zippo, be the official lighter of the EST Hangout.
And a glass company. Don't we have one in Leduc?
No, we used to have one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We used to have a partnership, and that one passed.
And mittens. But the fingerless gloves, they're gonna get better, but they're still not quite there. Like, I can turn on my phone fine, but then if it's like I want to actually do things intricately, that's not gonna work.
They have gloves for that, like on Amazon.
Oh, that are like a lot better.
No, the ones
Are you
that
talking about like finger gloves that you could
use your phone.
Like the ones with the finger, like you have the full finger, but you can use your phone.
Yeah, you're never gonna get to where like you could, like you've almost like hold it or something. You're never gonna have it perfect.
Well, if you buy it cheap, you'll never have it perfect
That's true.
because you can only have 3 apparently.
2 of the 3.
Even though we're in a
Even though
world
that's
now,
also, and Big Uke did point out that's also often for services too or something.
services makes more sense.
Yeah.
Because services, it's like the cheaper you go, maybe they don't care as much. Like, who knows? Who knows? I can't speak for that service. But that would make more sense. But now that Amazon exists, like, you can get whatever you want for cheap. You don't have to leave your house. You don't have to leave your bed.
I made an argument that sometimes it can be cheaper in the store though than Amazon for the exact same product. Just saying.
Do you have an example?
Yeah, like there's a mascara that I like to get. I don't buy it from Sephora anymore because mascaras are like $34 plus tax.
As we would know.
I know that's very well.
I've been fuming about the price of mascara for years. Jasmine's just joining the party on this one.
Yeah, exactly. So there's this one I found on Amazon. It's excellent. All right. And it was $12. But if you go to the store, it's like $8.50.
Oh.
Just saying. You know, sometimes you're kind of paying that convenience fee there.
That could still be like a great tip if someone in your family needs mascara.
Just get some Amazon stuff. But then you got to get the color because you don't want to mess with their colors. You don't want to get them the apple cinnamon over here when they really want zesty lime.
I like that. At least you know. Hey?
You were just saying like, oh yeah, like we would know, and then you're pulling out the exact. Those might be the exact. I was gonna say flavors, but the exact ingredients that are used in a
lipstick or lip gloss would have flavor, I would assume. Would lipstick have flavor?
No, they
Just
have
lip
natural
gloss?
ingredients.
Okay.
Yeah, gloss on the other hand, yes.
Yeah, mascara doesn't have flavor.
No, because that's your eye, right?
It's like the one place you don't want to get licked is your eye. In your entire body, your eye would be the worst spot.
Is mascara? What's mascara?
For eyelashes.
Eyelash. Okay. Then what's the eyebrow or like the eyelid?
Eyeliner. It's or a pencil, depends what you use.
What about like the whole thing here? Like if you want shadow, that's the one I was thinking of.
It's good to know. I mean, Macron could have used this. I don't know if you saw him with the aviators and.
Yeah, I don't know why he had the aviators on. Did it ever come out?
Something about his eye. Like,
he did
got seen with something on his eye. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
All I know is I saw that and I'm like, I've done that before.
Have you? Sunglasses inside?
Oh yeah. Oh, this is another thing that you can add to the list. I have worn sunglasses inside. If I get like a migraine, I do that.
That makes sense.
But I've also
I
just
do know the
done it.
migraines that people have it. You just done it, cuz?
I've just done it.
Just to be cool, like a rapper.
Well, the guy, you know what's funny? The guy that used to do it all the time was it Gene Simmons that would do it all the time? Like, there's rock stars that used to do it all the time. Like, I got the sunglasses inside. I don't know if it was Gene.
I don't know if you have ever really seen his eyes. He's almost always in his sunglasses of Kiss.
Yeah, like he's in his sunglasses often. Like that's what like it used to be a cool thing.
Bob McCown did it.
He did it
forever, and that was initially what like it ultimately came out to be was apparently the lights gave him headaches and stuff. But that could also just be an excuse.
Do you know why the French president was wearing his glasses?
Well, that's Macron.
He was some kind of he had some kind of swollen eye.
He looked cool. Those are really nice glasses.
No, it really
but did he look
helped.
cool inside with them?
I don't know.
Do you think?
Because when I turned it on, I'm like, why is he? And then
that's what I went to, like, because they are
being
cool
so French
glasses.
right
If he
now.
was outside, I'm like, he's cool. But he's inside now. You're like, why are you wearing glasses inside, dude?
Yeah. Like being a badass, like talking about Trump or something. I don't know. Like, yeah.
I think the one thing that like did like I was watching it and I'm like he does kind of look like a Bond villain. So if he's trying to be like the hero or something and be like, well, this is what we have to do for the world. It's like you do look like you could be like two-facing this thing. Like you could be just setting up some kind of other plot. Even if you could be saying the nicest thing possible. You could be like, puppies for the sick puppies need a home and we're going to help them out. But if you're wearing the aviators, it's like
inside.
Yeah, inside. It's like, what is this guy selling on the side for these puppies or what is he doing? Like there's some kind of nefarious.
I just assume you smoked a joint and your eyes are red. That's what I assume when people have them on inside. Like Snoop Dogg or something.
No, that's true. I got asked that once and I was in school and I used to have sunglasses on just for whatever. I thought it was cool. Like in grade 11, I'd have sunglasses on and then the teacher would be like, did you like smoke weed? I'd be like, no, I just like sunglasses, I guess.
Yeah, but now we're so old, you could be like, I got a migraine. Just use that excuse.
I use that excuse at TSN all the time. I used to wear sunglasses inside the studio. Not in the studio, but like in the control room I did.
I don't think I ever saw that.
The lights were bright sometimes in the building.
Like, yeah, well, we never turned the lights on in the production studio.
No,
were they upset? We never turned that light on. It was so rare for someone to turn that light on. We had to be looking for something. And then we had a little lamp. We used the lamp. That was it. Like, I don't think that light almost ever got turned on.
A little psychotic if you had the light on.
I think the only few times I did it, like if I knew I was doing like a late night post game or something, and I just didn't want to fall asleep. So I'd turn on the light because I'm like, yeah, this is going to keep me up or something because I'm a little bored right now or something. That'd be almost the only time I'd ever turn that light on.
Yeah, I don't remember having it on that much. Like I just remember like the lights coming like in the hallway would be very like it would be very bright for me in the hallway.
Oh yes.
Going into the room, like I mean, I would usually turn all the lights off and then I'm playing basketball.
Yeah, those hallway lights sucked. The one studio, at least we had the lamp. The main studio, we had dimmers. So you could set that to the nice level that you wanted. And I was like, if it was a late night or something, I'd always have them dimmed down. Like not too, like if I did an Elks post-game show, it was always never fully bright, not completely dark. It was a nice little middle ground. Jake came in my office not too long ago. He's like, do you ever turn your lights on? I was like, no. Like, I have nice windows. I get nice natural light. I have windows for walls too, so I get the light of the office coming in. And I have a little lamp that's on right now, but once I leave here, it'll be lighter out, so I'll turn it off. Like, unless it's night, I'm not turning on a light, but even our light, they're just too bright. I just want a nice little lamp. I'm a natural light person.
Same. I work in a lab and it's dark, so we all have lamps. So it's just very calm. And I think there's a new culture with this. I'm not sure if it's because of science, saying that we shouldn't have like bright lights immediately, like first thing. And also the night light on our phones. People really need to utilize that. Not the night light, the night. Yeah,
the blue light or whatever?
The blue light, yeah. Really need to utilize that feature on your phones, you guys. To, like,
I hate that one.
I set it up for Hernan. He didn't even know about it.
I hate just the look of it.
But you don't know, like, as if the way you do your settings, it'll like.
I know, but I know it's different. As I'm looking at it, I know you're not as the same color as before, and I don't like it.
But doesn't it also flip something in your head to be like, okay, it's time to unwind and like get ready for bed and like kind of gives you that sensor almost?
Not for me.
I do think the phone light is like very distracting for me trying to get to sleep, especially with like their Instagram's already firing a slot machine at me for hours on end. And so it'd be nice to have like a light that's like, hey, you can enjoy your real
it's evening time.
Yeah.
Netflix, put on a Netflix show.
Right? Comfort Shield is one thing I have.
Oh.
And I just don't like it.
You're like my best friend. She like doesn't give an F, and she like has it bright enough when we go on trips. You can see her bright light on.
But it's also
Instagram. Like, what are you doing?
I don't want my screen to be too bright, so it's set up to adjust based on the light that my phone's getting. But it will go at night. Like if I'm going on it quickly, like it will have like a very low setting, and I'll bring it lower. And even then, I'm like, you're a little too bright still for me. I just want you to go a little bit lower. I wish I could take it down a little notch. So I'm not obnoxious bright. I just don't like the changing of the color. That's I don't know what that is. Also, I don't understand. Like we have two spots for people to work in this office. We have the big boardroom, which is inside of our office with no windows, and we have another one that has higher chairs. But it's in an office with windows. I don't get why you would not take the option to sit with natural light and seeing outside. I
agree with you.
And go inside more of like a dungeon type feel. Don't understand that.
I agree.
Don't understand why Reed, Jay, Hernan, Benny, Zach kind of are doing that. Like to me, it's no. I want to see outside. If I have the option to see outside, I want it.
I'm with you, with the exception of 2 times, heat of the summer. Because it's nice to be kind of in like a cooler, darker room.
Let me melt.
And if you're a big fan of Batman, I don't know, because if you could have like a really dark room and it's like you're in the Batcave, that'd be the only other. That's a very niche answer, like maybe 0.05% of the time.
I would love that as an answer. Like, hey, why do you not like to work by the natural light? Because I want to be like Batman.
That's not a terrible answer ever for anything. That could be an answer for anything. We could even loop this back to sports and then be like, hey, if someone jumps over into the end zone, hey, why'd you do that? Because I want to be like Batman. Cool. That would be an acceptable answer for almost anything you do in sports, except for maybe I don't know if you're Tyreek Hill in the car. Maybe that's different. Or Rashee Rice in the car. If that happens, maybe you don't want to. I don't want to be like Batman. Okay, but you're not Batman.
Burrows was the first thing that came to my mind because this picture was trending yesterday about him sitting at a McDonald's. Like everybody, chill
Joe Burrow was at a McDonald's.
Yeah, but it's like
that's cool.
He's like a normal. He's literally just sitting there waiting for his McDonald's.
That's pretty cool. I want to see this. Like these guys, you never see them just be normal like that.
I think that's cool. I like that he's back on Twitter. Even like I like that he went off that hiatus just to be like, hey, guess what? Those calls there, they made the right calls.
Yo,
I was like, hey,
he did say that.
When I first saw that tweet, I was like, this is a fake account of him or something. Like I didn't. And then somebody's like, oh, Joe Burrow's back on Twitter. It's like, what? That was him?
Yeah.
I'm surprised that he took those things. Eric does say that he thinks it's also because he's in that room.
Yeah, I
so
know.
everyone's sitting in the other room, so they don't have to be with Eric.
Because he scares them away.
Oh, this picture of Joe Burrow just sitting at his local McDonald's waiting, just like any of us would.
Yeah.
Just wants his McDonald's.
Yeah, I love that.
I am not a drive-through person. I hate drive-through. I won't do it. I will always walk in.
You clearly are a drive-through person because you.
Yeah, you feel like a full drive-through. Like you would never step out of your car.
Window down.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
If I lived in my car, it'd be awesome.
Do you
It'd be
shout
like-
from your sunroof? Hey, I want a big chicken
He
meal.
sits up and he grabs it through the sunroof.
Exactly. No, hand it through here with his gloves.
And that'd be kind of like Batman because you are going from the top and then like you come back into the vehicle and back into the Batmobile. It's perfect.
Yo,
I would love that. I would love
I
that.
dig this now.
I don't understand why you could hate the drive-through. I did see a take the other day. Where
Why?
it's like,
Because I'm not lazy. Because I have two capable legs
Yeah.
and I'm willing to walk the extra 50 steps to go get my food and go back to my car.
and you're never up then at 1 a.m. because I'm up at 1 a.m. I'm a night owl.
Okay, you can't go in for that.
That's right.
I will get. Hey, okay. What I would say, if there's the option between pickup inside or through drive-through, I'm always pick up inside.
Well, okay.
I will order my Starbucks if I do. I will never drive through the drive-through, pick it up. I'm picking up inside. I'm going to McDonald's. I'm going to that kiosk. I'm ordering. I'm picking what I want. And then I'm waiting inside for that, just like Joe Burrow does. I am not doing drive-through. I hate drive-throughs.
Hey, that's a good point. Trevor actually went inside the McDonald's,
Yes.
not the drive-through.
And sat there.
Yeah, and
as
sat
opposed to went through the drive-through so no one sees him. Like,
Yeah,
I'll have my
exactly.
Big Mac meal with, but no, he went inside. Like there's almost no reason for the drive-through.
I do admit that, like, I know you think, oh, I'm a drive-through person, but I think that I'm even too lazy to get to the drive-through. I just order all my food at home now. Like, it's so bad. 'Cause
That
it's
is funny. Yeah.
It costs more, and I'm like,
does.
yeah, but you know what? My time, I just saved 10 minutes of time. I'm gonna do something else at home, and then it's gonna come to me.
If you have kids, I get the drive-through. It's a lot to take them in and out. I get that. You're a capable 20, 30, 40-year-old who has two legs. Why are we being so lazy?
Yeah, I think it depends. I know that they prioritize the drive-through to get those orders going, but it depends. I will actually go inside a McDonald's or whatever, especially if I have coupons for like some of those, not McDonald's, but like some of those other fast food places, because then I don't know how to use the coupon.
Yeah, there's always a lot of
Yeah.
coupons. Like A&W has a lot of. I was gonna say coupons or coupons. That's a whole other debate. But A&W, like,
What
they
are
give
the
you
two words? Coupons or
coupon
coupons?
or coupon. It's not coupon, but people say
Coupon.
What is
coupon.
it? Because I used to say
Coupon.
coupon when I was a younger kid.
Coupon?
Because I speak two languages.
Okay,
Coupon.
that's like
And then when we talk
Coupon
about
or
that,
coupon?
it's coupon.
And now I'm okay. I'm going to
People say
confuse myself
coupon,
right now.
like it's like a Q, like a CO. The COUs know a Q, coupon, but then it's also coupon. I'm pretty sure it's coupon.
Coupon.
I'm saying it way too much now. Like, I'm annoyed
Coupon.
of the word already now, and now I'm not going to touch a coupon for a long time.
I'm already traumatized. Okay,
I am
with
traumatized by a lot of
coupon,
30
things, okay?
seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, for
I
you.
say coupon.
There's many things that traumatize me, such as driving with bare hands, and such as hot wings, and now coupon.
And Bic lighters.
Actually, yeah, that's fair, because I can remember exactly where I was the last time I had a Bic lighter, and I was camping, and the wind sucked, and it was in Banff, so I remember the moment very intently.
Big Uke says 12-person line inside, 0 cars and drive-through choice is obvious. It's not a matter of being lazy. How often are you going to find no cars in a drive-through and there's 12 people inside? Come on, Big Uke. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. I'm not buying that. How do you know there's 12 people inside? You can't really see fully in, but there's always cars at every drive-through. You can't tell me there's none inside.
But also,
It's a
like,
load of BS. By the way, what were you saying tonight?
About his podcast?
Him and Big Tube Socks
Yeah,
podcast comes
yeah.
out tonight. I forgot what time. I'm sorry, guys.
Hold on.
Is it 7 or 7:30?
It's 6. Okay.
Or is it 6?
It's a cool new podcast. And it's at 6:30.
6:30 on YouTube. What were we saying? Check it out.
What were
gonna
we
be-
saying? Yeah.
It's going to be weekly. Yeah, I know there's windows. You can't see fully inside the lineup. I'm sorry. Not in the morning. You're lying, Big U. Saying that right now.
what about Timmy's? Would Timmy's have a giant line?
That always has a lineup, doesn't it?
Always has a lineup.
Yeah.
But what's
That
going to
and
be faster,
Starbucks.
the car or the getting in?
Well,
for a
car
t-
technically, because they prioritize that.
But that's being lazy. Like, this is why society is going down.
Yeah.
Because we can't get out of our cars
culture.
and walk inside. We can't even get in our cars for some people.
You know
We
what?
have to-
In Maddie, you know what? If you go inside and you can get they're probably throwing a sauce for free rather than you paying 30 cents for it.
Yeah,
You
true.
get that. And it'll be, I feel like it's fresher too when you go inside.
But you know what?
And
I'm
you're
late.
not going to have issues with the hearing each other. So speakers are always crap anyways.
But I'm late also often. Like, I try not to be. I try to be like right on the dot. I was actually early here. But like when I'm late, I can't just, I'm going to park now and then get into the restaurant and then sit there.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I am late. And generally speaking, if I'm late, I might not be going to the drive-thru in the first place. But if I need a coffee, like for a road trip and I'm late for like getting to Calgary or something a little bit, like I'm taking the drive-thru. It's just time management. A lot of the things I do are time management because I care about the time that I need to sit in front of. I mean, for me, it's like natural stat trick. I need to sit in front of natural stat trick and check out all the analytics. I get half an hour more if I do the drive-through here. I do this thing here. It's all time management. That's all I care about, time management.
So what is like your go-to Uber Eats or skip the dishes?
My go-to probably, I mean, it's probably pizza after drinking. You know, you try to have as many worse things as you can at once. That's the goal. I had beer today, pizza time. Like that's, and it's like 1 a.m. So it's usually 2 for 1 from somewhere. It doesn't matter where. There's a lot of places that have it. That's the go-to. Or I do like, sometimes like Subway does a 2 for 1. And I kind of like that because you have tomorrow's lunch. Like load it up. You have 1 sub today, 1 sub tomorrow.
Just a forward-thinking guy there, Clacker. Just forward-thinking.
I'm trying to bring new ideas to the table that I'm trying to also prove to people I'm not just a sports machine. Like I have other things that I can innovate for the people.
Sorry, I just want to just apologize to one of our nasties, Norm. Apparently he drove by me yesterday and he waved at me and I didn't see him and he got mad at me that I didn't see him.
Oh, that's a tough one to get mad at. Did he say you looked at him?
Yeah, I think he did.
Oh, okay.
And I'm so hyper focused on the road because I'm trying to make it back to work on time and the new route and everything. So sorry.
It's a question for Norm, I guess. I want to hear Norm's point of view. Did Norm see any face? If Norm saw part of a face, then he could be like, "Hey, you were looking in my direction."
It probably was, but it wasn't. It wasn't like, sorry, Norm, you weren't driving a Ferrari or something, my friend. That's a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah, it depends. I think how long did you look at him would be the thing.
Yeah.
If he says that you stared at him like you were looking at him for a good 3-4 seconds, like you probably should have clicked in. You might know this person. He's waving at you.
Yeah.
And if you didn't, you're just like, I can see why. But if it's a quick second, you just kind of looked over, looked away or whatever. It's easy to not be really paying attention who's next to you or something. So I would have to know, I need to know Norm's perspective on this. Norm, she goes, yes, she totally blew me off. So explain. You're saying 2 seconds. So she looked at you for a good 2 seconds. During this 2 seconds when she was looking at you, were you waving or were you just looking at her? Then did you wave? I need a little more details on this.
I'm apologizing on the hangout, though, because I felt bad.
You do is coming.
I do want to
Why
defend potentially here if it needs a defense.
Yeah.
Very balanced journalist over here. I'm just trying to get both sides' opinions before going forward with any. That's
what a good reporter would do. Box pounder, at least she didn't flip you the bird. It's only happened twice on the hangout. Both were to me. No, once was to the camera.
I think it's once to the camera.
Yeah, so all you nasties got it. And I got it once.
That was one of my resolutions to stop doing that. I flip it too much.
Okay, look, I'll say resolutions are supposed to better yourself. Yeah. Hey, if that's the way you're going to better yourself, awesome. But I also love that I'm flipping the bird way too much. This has to be a resolution for me.
Well, you know what? Because one of the big bosses at work, we all chirp each other, this and that. And he chirped me and I gave him the finger. I'm like, that's not really respectable to do that to your big boss.
No,
right?
that's not. I mean, it's hilarious. Yeah. But no, it's not respectful.
Yeah. So I was like, I got to stop. Because I was getting so used to doing it to my friends or the guys here. So I was like,
oh, yeah. You flipped the big uke. You flipped off the camera on Ben Stelter Day when we were at Popeyes. That's the day it was.
And they made a meme out of it. Yeah.
You went, yeah. I forgot about that. Norm in a combine. Yes, I waved and honked my horn. She buried her.
You honked your horn.
That's an indictment, maybe. I mean, the horn
that's
is
a tough one.
How do you miss a horn?
I was listening to the lock shop. Okay, I don't know. Oh, that's not true.
She has apologized though, Norm. So I think we can move on from that one. I can't defend Jasmine too much on that one right now because.
So good.
The horn was now okay. Here's the one question, Norm. Was it how was the horn? Was it a beep? Was it a beep? Was it a beep beep? Because that all changes things. If you go beep beep, that's more of a friendly.
Oh,
like hey.
had
If
to
you're
be
going
beep.
that's kind of rude. So it could be like, who's honking at who?
I did
if
hear
it's
a
a quick
horn,
just
though.
beep.
Yeah.
Like what was the horn here? What were we going with here? Because that changes a lot.
You heard the horn. Was your natural instinct to
I
then
looked
flip the
behind
bird?
me. No, I looked behind me. I'm like, who's this? I was like, what idiot made a mistake?
Boom! What are we doing? Oh wait, hold
Yeah.
on a second. Oh, down I go.
No. I was like, what idiot made a mistake? Like, I'm looking to be like, oh, who messed up, right? Wasn't me.
I was gonna be well.
I hate when a horn goes and it's
Yeah,
like
startling.
and it's like it's not behind you or something. Like what did I do? Like what's going on? Like I get weirded out.
Yeah, I know. It's like, who's bad? Like, it's not a good thing.
It's not great. Also, you know what I also hate? Because there was a place I worked for in radio, and we used to have these. You used to be able to put in like PSAs. Like if you needed to fill time in a commercial break, you'd put in a PSA, and there was a PSA that had an ambulance that started the PSA. So it'd be like, ring, ring, ring. And it's like hearing that on the radio as you're driving. You're like looking around all of a sudden, like where is that coming from? That I hated that. It was so tilting. It was like, what's the point of the PSA? What is this doing to help safety? I'm now
That's the
looking
worst
away
thing.
from
I
the
know.
road.
That's
I
illegal.
think I remember the one that you're talking about, and like I remember hearing that one, and I was not happy about that one because I'm like, this is not good. Because you're driving and you'd be like, oh, ambulance, and then you're like, oh no, that's the radio, and that shouldn't be. You are not allowed as a radio station to use. There's the broadcast emergency sound. You're not allowed to use that in that. That is a rule. Like
Good.
that is one that you're not allowed to do because that is specifically for if that goes off, there's an emergency.
Oh, like the nuclear
or we're
war
testing
one?
it or something.
Like the one that's like, oh, it's a nuclear war. You can't do that one.
You can't do those type of things. Like there are some of those rules that are in place. I don't know about ambulances or not.
Even with like songs when they have like sirens in them, I get startled too. I'm sure we all do. You know,
I don't notice that.
some songs
Well,
I'll have it.
The songs I listen to probably don't have them. We listen to different music here. He'd be better to knowing maybe your music. Do you still release your like 100 songs of the year or whatever it is?
I do. And actually, it was really cool. Like they just featured it on one of the CBC shows. Like for a second, they're like, "Hey, this guy does these top 100s," and I'm like, "Great." No, I don't release them like every year anymore.
No.
I release them like semi-yearly, but I do a list every year anyway of the top 100. Now I've been super busy, so the 2025 top 100 is still in progress. I think I'm like 52 songs down. But yeah, I used to write like a blog every year. And it would be like, this is what I did this year. And then you'd get to know me through that. It's still up. The website, I think, is clacktop100.wordpress.com.
I love that.
You're going to see literally my entire life on there, though. So I'm not hiding behind a curtain. Everything is there. And you can see what my music playlists look like.
I wish he did one so I could look at it. I was going to say criticize, but that was
Well, they're there.
kidding.
You could go look.
Yeah.
No, you just did one?
Well, I've
did you say
done
so
them for
busy?
years.
Well, his other years. You can go look at his other years.
Yeah, I
if
released
you
one in
want to.
June, and it was great actually. The one in June I released, the song list was for 2024, but I teased it on my Instagram by reenacting the Bob Stauffer video from the Vegas tarmac right before Game 1 when I reenacted it to try to dropping this top 100 list back in June, but it was like kind of more of a 2-year culmination of stuff I did. And then of course, like a week after I put that out, I was very proud. I'm like, this is my life. This is what I did. I got laid off like a week later.
Oh,
Well, I'm good now. I'm good. But like, it was just funny because I thought, hey, like I finally got all my thoughts in one place, and then a big life event happens to you. But yeah, like you can check out the music on there. It's very varied. I like a lot of different stuff, but I do tend to like one of two extremes. Either something that really motivates me, like large bass, something pumping up, or something absolutely depressing. Like just really sad. If I'm sitting in the dark studio, like if I'm sitting in the dark boardroom, if I was sitting in there, like I'd have the depressing playlist on.
sorry. So it's clack dot.
Or just clacktop100.wordpress.com. And that's clack, KLAK. I have to say that because I've had listeners from different shows text in before and be like, is it clack like the Christian Union group? I'm like, no, it's not CLAC. I'm not a member of them. It's KLAK with the Ks. It's a decent, I really worked hard on them. Like I spent a lot.
I remember going through some of them. I'm like, I don't know any of these songs. Like you are like, I'm not a big music, like, so like you're like deep into the music and stuff,
Yeah.
which is really cool. It's always cool to
I
see those
try
things.
to listen to everything, even the albums I absolutely hate, just so I can have an opinion and be like, hey, guess what? I thought Taylor Swift's last album sucked, except for the first song. And maybe Opal Light. 2 songs were okay. The rest were not good. And then Travis Kelce's team lost.
How many of the songs have you listened to of Taylor Swift's new album?
None.
Okay. So you can't say it's bad then.
They're like they'll be like in like Instagram stories or something like that. I have heard it in that sense.
Yeah, but you haven't heard the full song then. It's different.
I just have an ick, so it's not gonna happen.
No, I'm not saying you have. I'm just saying you can't say it's bad.
I did it though. Have I ever
know.
talked about it? I was quiet.
You gave him a look.
There was a look. There was a
shout
look.
out.
I can confirm there was a look.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But
Stop doing that.
It's like you were saying, you're like, yeah, damn right, Brennan. That stuff sucks.
But there's also a way, like there's a way you can tell too that it wasn't going to be a good album. And that's because in like previous Taylor Swift albums, it comes out and then my Instagram stories light up with like this song, that song. And then this album came out and it was pretty silent on the songs stories. Like it was like, oh, it came out. But then it's like, which song do you like? Nothing, eh? Like there's no, if people weren't posting like, oh, I like this deep cut from the 8th track. Like it was nothing. It was a ghost town.
You can't have bangers on everything you do. There's always going to be some sort of misses and stuff.
Are you sure? Have you ever heard of AC/DC?
Yeah, they sound the exact
I know,
same.
but that's
I
why,
love
but
AC/DC.
That's why it's
Yes,
consistently good.
That's why I have not listened to their most recent album. I could say that.
I don't know if I have actually either because I'm trying to think if it would have been what Rock and Roll Train. I might have been 2015. Did they have anything after that? They might have, but I would have forgotten about it.
Let me see what AC/DC's
Maybe I just
got here.
contradicted myself.
I will open up Spotify. Also, as I do that, Jeff Kershell texts me. Matt, fun show today. Hey, please say hello to Brennan.
Aw.
He helped out on the show at TSN. Great to hear he's doing well. Also, hello to Jasmine.
Oh,
Gets that
hello,
as well.
sir.
So, hey,
Yes.
hey, Crusher. But yeah, he passes on along hello to you, Brennan.
I love Jeff. I love doing Crush Performance with him. It was great. And that guy knows his baseball. Like that was the thing.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to hear what he has to say about the Jays and even like the Mets doing a bunch of things lately. I would love to hear his take because he was like my guy for that.
And he doesn't look a day over 40.
Yeah, he's got no aging in him. No,
And
he's
he's
like
just got the most energy.
a lot of energy. Like that guy could climb a mountain and it would be like nothing. It'd be
Let's do it
nothing.
again.
Yeah.
Power Up 2020 AC/DC.
Okay, I kind of vaguely remember.
Realize, rejection, shot in the dark, through the mist of time, kick you when you're down, witch's spell, demon fire, wild reputation, no man's land, systems down, money shot, code red. 12 songs, 41 minutes.
I remember 2 of those songs, and they weren't good. So you know what?
Oh, see?
Yeah.
Not all bangers. You're not
Yeah,
always
it's
going to
all
have bangers.
All right. No, fair enough. Fair enough.
This is the EST Hangout. It is presented by Sentinel Storage, Canada Storage experts, more than 2 decades helping Canadians through life transition. Through to the end of this month, 50% off 12 weeks on all units. Find more details at sentinel.ca. We got Jasmine, we got Brendan Clack from CBC Radio, and NHL Update on Twitter. Matt Iwanek with you here. We have today, reminder, Lock Shop coming up. We have 2 guys in goal, EST Afternoons, Reed Welker Show, GCL Diesel, Ulstrom, pre and post game shows as the Oilers will be getting set to host Crosby and the Penguins down at Rogers Place. By the way, for the Lock Shoppers, I did send out the text to Huss for the Friday in advance of the Super Bowl, which would be February, I think that's the 5th. I think the Super Bowl's on the 7th, if I'm correct. Or is it on the 8th? I don't know. The Friday before Super Bowl.
It's the 8th. The Super Bowl's the 8th.
Hey, thank you. So on the 6th, there will be a 2-hour Lock Shop. It will be from, at this moment in time, it will run from 10 a.m. till noon. Huss expects he should be part of pretty much the entire show. Dusty will be part of that whole show. Whatever Huss can't do, myself or Jay will jump on that show. But a 2-hour special Lock Shop in advance of the Super Bowl. I promised you that I would do that, and with me taking an hour of the Lock Shop, or taking away the Lock Shop for the World Cup draw special that we did here, we will do a 2-hour Super Bowl special that day, full coverage, all the props, all the game talk.
Yes.
That's coming on the Lock Shop February 6th. I haven't confirmed that with Dusty or like told him fully that, but Haas did finally, or he texted me yesterday. I talked to him about it, and he said, "Yeah, I'm pretty. Unless I have a pre-tape, I should be good for the full 2 hours."
Well, I'm sure you'll include like the time on how long the anthem will be and the Gatorade.
Oh,
and
they'll
stuff?
go through that. I'm sure.
Yay,
Like
those
they
are my
love going
favorite.
through all that prep.
Yeah.
So now, like they can almost do an hour on just the crazy props and an hour on the game props and
Oh,
stuff.
I love. That would be a fun show. So excited for Super Bowl. They did have the MVP finalists released for NFL.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
5 or 6.
I did see that. And here's my thing on this. It depends on your definition of MVP. That's why I always get bothered by the MVP debate, because it's like, is it most valuable player, or is it most valuable to their team, or is it the best player of the year? And the award is MVP, so it's most valuable player.
To your team. I hate that.
Your team.
Yeah.
I love most outstanding player in the CFL.
Yeah, that makes more sense to me.
It is easier to define who had the best season as opposed to how do you define who's the most valuable to your team? We don't know. We have to take those players off the team to figure that out. And like in one way, you could make an argument then, who should we say?
Well, for NFL purposes, on that list, like Matt Stafford's the favorite right now.
Yeah.
From most markets I've seen. Well, Matt Stafford has Puka Nacua. He has Devontae Adams. He has Kyron Williams. He has a really solid offensive core around him. Then you look at somebody like Christian McCaffrey, who would never win this award because it's a kind of a QB award now. Mm-hmm. You take Christian McCaffrey off the 49ers, they probably don't even have an offense because the teams literally game plan around McCaffrey completely, and that opens up any kind of passing game for Purdy. So to me, it's like, well, that's the definition. That's where the definition gets muddy.
I'm just trying to think of a certain player. I can't think of it. But like I can make an argument for the definition of most valuable to your team, which is an MVP. I can make an argument that it should be Sam Darnold. He left the Vikings. What happened to the Vikings? He went to the Seahawks. How much did they improve?
But they had a great
Very
defense, though.
It doesn't matter. But like that's, or then I can make an argument for Lamar Jackson because he got hurt this year and the Ravens weren't as good.
Josh Allen is like the number one argument for this, because without Josh Allen, if it was Mitch Trubisky,
But we don't know that. Like that's the other part.
Oh,
This
okay.
is we never saw it. So like that's why it's so ambiguous to me. Is that how like I can make the argument then also like what are the Patriots without Drake May?
we'd be terrible.
What
I
are
think we'd be terrible.
we could take away like there's just so many ways. Like that's why I love the CFL actually for most outstanding player, because then we're saying who had the best season, just who was the best.
Well, then you
Take
could
away this ambiguity. I can't say that word right now. Of well, who's the most valuable to their team, and be like, and then we get into this. Well, they have more weapons or they don't. No, who just had the best season? That's the thing. I don't like the MVP argument, because then in the NHL, I could also go through some years the writers follow that where like who's the most valuable to their team. Taylor Hall wins that one year with the Hart Trophy, and then there's other years where it's like, well, Leon's got Connor or something. Like there's just, and it's like, well, you're not following the rules. Like you're going back and forth.
Yeah, I think that's a fair take. I would love to fight that take, but like it's perfect for this year because Matt Stafford is going to win MVP. In my opinion, he's going to win it. And yeah, I don't think he's the most outstanding player of the year based on his numbers and what the Rams did and what he was able to achieve for them this year. But there's no way that Matt Stafford is more important to his team than May or Allen or CMC, who are the three of the other four people that are in that category. So I think there is a point to be made. Maybe they just don't do that because mop sounds terrible.
No, absolutely. But then make sure the definition of there's who had the best player. Like to me, that's where like the Ted Lindsay award in hockey, for many reasons, I think is more important than the Hart. Partly because the definition is who had the best season. It is the most outstanding player for the season. Brent does say also the MVP on most teams would probably be the lowest paid O-line with highest amounts of beats.
I mean, some teams, like without the O-line, you're seeing it with, I think about how the Eagles this year, even like the Eagles, Lane Johnson's not playing versus the 49ers. And it just felt like that fraction of less time is all it took for Hurts to be a little bit less accurate. I mean, there's a lot of factors in that game, the wind as well. Great scheme by Robert Saleh. But like everything else, like look at the Lions this year. Like the Lions had O-line injuries. And all of a sudden, it's like, what's this team? And everyone's giving the credit to, well, Ben Johnson left, and they're just not calling as good of plays. That's part of it, but they also had O-line injuries that basically brought them down to just garbage at O-line. The Chargers started the year 3-0, and Joe Alt was excellent, and then he goes out, and then they can't protect Herbert anymore. So it's true that the O-line's kind of like the underrated MVPs.
Oh, and then like what would have the Falcons, like they didn't have a great season, but what would have they been if they didn't have Bijan Robinson?
Well, they have Tyler Algier, who's not terrible.
But they would have dropped down more.
They would have.
So like that's where it's like, okay, if we're talking about the most valuable to your team, like then there's other comp players here that we should get into. That's why I hate the definition of MVP. That's just a pet peeve of mine.
So let me ask you something. Do quarterback wins in the regular season, do they matter? Do quarterback wins in the regular season matter?
I think they do to like a degree, but it's just one part of the pie. Like there's so many different things you should be evaluating, especially if you're someone that votes on this award. You should be taking in absolutely every piece of context that you need for this award. And I think that wins do matter because, especially though, I'd be looking more at like, how does that guy do in the fourth quarter? Like when the game is on the line, is there, which quarterback has led in, winning drives in the fourth? That's something that I'd look at. I mean, Matt Stafford had a few of those, but you know what? He also threw away that one game with the fumble against the Panthers when the Rams lost to Carolina. He had a pick six early in that game, and then he, fumbled it later. So, I mean, to me, that's, and we'll get into kind of Broncos Patriots in this way, maybe a little bit.
Sure.
But like, that's where someone where if you took Bo Nix's entire season and put it in one kind of summary, he's okay.
Yeah.
He's not that great. I don't think Bo Nix is that great of a quarterback, but in situational football, when it mattered in the fourth, he got it done almost every single time. And that's why the Broncos won all these games by like, a possession. And that's where they're going to struggle a little bit with Stidham, is if the Broncos can keep that game close. Stidham doesn't have those fourth quarter reps that Bo Nix did this year. So that's something for me at quarterback I'd be looking at heavily. It's just like, yeah, they piled on touchdowns against bad teams, but like when they needed to do something, what did they do?
I think you could argue that Stidham also won both of his games that he played on the Broncos. I think one was against the 49ers and one was the Titans, I want to say.
Yeah, like not this season because he barely played this season.
He had
like,
one snap this season.
Yeah,
and
one
it was a
snap.
knee.
But when he did, his last starts weren't horrible. I mean, I watched him because he was on the Patriots, right? And he was a guy that people probably overhyped because it was Bill Belichick's successor to Brady at the time. It was like, oh, they drafted a quarterback. He must be the next Tom Brady. And they had Stidham play, and I think he struggled quite a bit, but he was never put in a position to succeed from the get-go because they brought in Cam Newton, they had Brian Hoyer, They had a bunch of quarterbacks that Bill preferred. But like Stidham did perform okay in the starts he had, so it's not like he's like Bo Nix. Is Bo Nix a top 10 quarterback? No, I don't think so. Is he top 15? Is that where he slots in? Because I don't think the drop-off's that much between Nix and Stidham. I'm still scared of the Broncos as a Pats fan because I think defensively...
They need 2 touchdowns to win defensively special teams.
That can happen because Drake May is dropping... Like, I love Drake May, but he trusts Will Campbell a little too much right now. Will Campbell's coming off an injury, and he's having trouble, and the left side has been very vulnerable, and May doesn't even look around to see if there's pressure. Like, he doesn't have that veteran presence of... Things are collapsing. There's trouble. He's still looking for the play, and he's not seeing things. And the Broncos will get to him. There will be moments in this game if it's Broncos for Broncos Patriots. Just there's going to be moments in this game where like Zach Allen's coming up and he's going to get you. And we saw that against the Texans. We saw that against the Chargers. And it just speaks to how important the O-line is. But like
I was telling these guys too that like Sean Payton is a big factor in this too. It's one of the best coaches in the league. Like he has a week to train the quarterback,
Yeah, Sean Payton's very, very good at like the first couple plays, like the first 15 plays, he draws them up on the board and then those plays happen. Like in the playoffs, Sean Payton very good at the start of the game and has a tendency to be able to draw up decent plays at the end of the game as well. Just maybe don't leave it to a 40-yard field goal or something because that might not go so well for you sometimes. But in the end, like I think that they're going to be okay with Stidham because that's not where their team's strength is. The gap between Nix and Stidham is not very big. So and that all kind of comes full circle to just quarterback wins. Yeah, I don't want to look at just wins, but it's a factor. But I want to look at what do they do and it mattered.
4.5-point favorites, the Patriots on the road in Denver.
That's not that big of a spread, even though. Like,
it's not.
If you told me like on Sunday that Bo Nix is out, they're going up against the Patriots next week. What do you think the line would be? I would have said it probably would have started at 7.
Yeah, that's what I would.
That would have been my guess would be. So they are giving a lot of respect to the Broncos defense here, and the fact that this is a team that is run by the defense and the offense is kind of just there.
I think the line opened at 1.5. Like the early lines, like the look aheads before Nix got hurt was 1.5. So that's not that big of a drop.
Hey, you're home, Denver. Again, the defense is really good, but the Patriots should be favorite going into this one. They should be in the Super Bowl.
No, they should be. I'm hearing like it's weird to hear because like as a fan, you just hear about like this is I can't believe we get to walk to the Super Bowl with this and people are like, oh, the schedule's so easy, and I'm like, you know what though, like the Chargers, okay, that's fair.
It wasn't the hardest path that we've seen.
I know, but like the Texans defense, like here's the thing, D'Amico Ryans might be the best defensive coordinator in the league. It's just he's not a head coach.
Like, you sure about that yet?
I'm sure. I thought the Texans.
Because CJ Stroud is just the one where it's like, is this guy like? There's a lot of questions about his preparation. That there's only so much you can do if your head coach, if your QB doesn't want to prep.
I thought 2 plays were on Stroud that were terrible. Like one was you're getting blitzed and he's throwing it up in the air. That's such a rookie type mistake. The last guy I saw do that was like Deshaun Kaiser. Like that's the thing. That's the level that Stroud is pulling off when he makes a play like that. And there was some just mistimed throws, terrible throws, and that's why there was a million picks. But also there was a key drop by, I believe it was Xavier Hutchinson had a key drop for a pick. Woody Marks fumbled the ball. Like the entire offense all season long for the Texans is just an absolute mess. It's garbage. Even with Nico Collins, they wouldn't be able to fully, use Nico Collins the way they should. And to me, that's a whole half of the ball. Like D'Amico Ryans is awesome on defense. The Texans gave the Patriots so many problems. Most teams should win when there's that many turnovers. By like look at the Bills Broncos. Like the Bills turned it over too much, they lost the game.
Yeah.
The Patriots, they won the game because the Texans offense was so inept. That's half the game.
Do you think they'll re-sign CJ Stroud?
I think that they're going to bring back Stroud, but now they have to start thinking about, okay, if this fails again and his development is officially flatline stalled, then what do you do? I think it's ridiculous, by the way, that some people are like, is it time for Justin Herbert to be maybe moving on from the Chargers? I think that's so ridiculous. I've seen takes about how the Chargers should start looking for another quarterback, and I cannot believe that he's the one getting blamed. When you're watching the graphic of the Chargers-Pats game, it's like Bradley Bozeman, worst PFF rating. Left tackle, worst PFF rating. Right tackle, second worst PFF rating. And then Becton's your other guy. He's not good either. Like, Herbert's going to be the next Matt Stafford, is my take. Is that the moment he leaves the Chargers, he's going to win.
He'll have success.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a nice take.
I know. I like that take. I think I would.
Because Herbert reminds me of Matt Stafford, Detroit. Like, all the talent's there, but it's like, oh, you didn't win anything.
Yeah.
Well, is that on you or is that on what's around you? Part of it's on you. But he has the arm. He has the talent. He might just need like a team that knows what they're doing from the roster end, or maybe it's next year when the Chargers do have Alt back and Slater back. But to bring it back to Stroud, I think that Stroud's issue, it goes into development, and part of the quarterback development is the head coach to me. It's just why I'm a little bit like, hey, D'Amico Ryans might not be the guy.
Yeah, but if you're a defensive guy, you're never going to have that head coaching. You're not going to be that guy for the quarterback. You need to make sure you have a strong OC.
You do, but I still think that some of it falls on you too. I do think some of it falls on you. Stroud cannot be that. He cannot be as non-composed as he was in that game. Like he comes out and he's worse on every single drive. And as your job as a coach is to talk to your quarterback and go, hey, settle down.
He's only 24 years old. He's a young guy too, right?
Yeah, is this his third year in the league or second?
Third? Third? I mean, it's funny with quarterback ages too, though, because it's like, oh, Stroud's got time, though. It's like, yeah, but Rich is done. Anthony Richardson is done. No one wants Anthony Richardson anymore.
Yes.
He can't throw.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about him.
I know.
I forgot about
Played
him.
like 2 games.
For a brief second, I'm like, who's Anthony Richardson? And then he hit me like, yeah, wow.
No, he's
great.
he's done.
Josh
It's like,
Rosen was a guy that didn't get along.
No.
But so this is the third season for him, yeah. But you look at a guy like Sam Darnold as a prime example too. A guy who was in New York, he was the Jets, so things weren't there. Goes to the Vikings, is a good year, and now is with the Seahawks, but it's taken him a number of years to have. Yeah, right now in Play Alberta, he's the favorite to win the Super Bowl MVP.
Good.
The favorite to win Super Bowl MVP. Well, I mean, first of all,
then that's like giving credit, like because I think a lot of people right now think the Seahawks are the best team.
Yeah,
They're just outright. They're going to win the Super Bowl. Usually, the quarterback then has the love for that. He's putting up better numbers than I envisioned this season. I faded Sam Darnold big time. I've been wrong on him for the season. That maybe you just need that extra development. That like an Anthony Richardson. Maybe he just needs to go somewhere else and get a different development.
Well, and Darnold did. I mean, he went through, Minnesota, who, other than this season, this is the quirk season where it's like, well, why didn't JJ McCarthy look great? But everyone else that went through Kevin O'Connell's system, it was like, oh, everyone's getting way better. And then you look at a guy like, Baker Mayfield had, plenty of really, really great OCs in Tampa Bay. You think about Liam Cohen, who's now head coach of the Jags. You look at Dave Canales, who's now head coach of Carolina. So sometimes you just need that really great guy.
Daniel Jones with your Colts.
Yeah, you bet.
Had a solid season
Yeah,
this year.
he
We'll see if
did.
he can do it next year. But a guy that wasn't he with the Vikings? Or where did he go last year as a practice roster? I think it was
Yeah,
Vikings.
he was on the Vikings. Yeah, they didn't
But
keep him.
he leaves New York, and it's had a year where it's like, oh my God, what's going like?
But I
think it'd be too soon almost to get rid of CJ Stroud if you're Houston. It's only been 3 years.
OCs are big, but I do think the head coach also plays a role. And I mean, look at San Francisco, like Kyle Shanahan, head coach. Yeah, he's an offensive guy, but the 49ers, I think Shanahan I think these coaches sometimes understand like both sides of the ball more than you'd think. Like everyone just gives credit to OC or DC. Like in Shanahan's case, it was all Robert Saleh. Well, the 49ers have always had a good defense, though, pretty much every single year. This year was a different one because so many guys were injured, but they still managed to beat the Eagles despite that. Part of that is still Shanahan. It's not like he's inept on D. He doesn't know anything. It's like, no, he does know like what to do. And I think that guys sometimes just don't get like the crap they should get for, like Stroud wasn't very good. Well, the OC is not very good. It's his first year. No, DeMeco Ryans has had Stroud now for 3 seasons, and he's had two decline seasons in a row with 2 different OCs. He needs to get some blame for that.
The weather on Sunday for both games. For Seattle, it'll be +6.
Is that the high or
That's
game
the high.
time?
So game time.
Because game time for that one's 3:30, I believe, Pacific time.
Okay, yeah. So it should
It's
be
the 4:30
+5.
game, I believe.
Yeah. So that I don't think that'll be a big factor. The other one is 2 cold climate teams, and I believe that will be a high of.
And that will be 1 o'clock
Actually, 1 second.
in Denver because it's our time zone.
I just had it here. That will be. I think it said a high -3, a low of -16.
So that'll be it'll be closer to the -3 because it's middle of the day.
Yeah.
That's just that plays for the
snow.
2 defenses right there. They're both just good defenses that are going up against each other.
There might be a little bit of look, I'm not a weather expert, so I'm not gonna get into this with you at all. This is not my specialty. However, if I'm thinking about Denver and being colder in the altitude, I feel like that does have a bit of an extra.
The altitude part of that, I think, would be the big factor.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
I think if you go into some of the extremes, and I know -3 is not extreme, but for NFL, what they play for the most of the season, that gets closer to the extreme, or of the heat to the cold, I think then the altitude plays into that.
Whereas with Seattle and Rams, my first thought is, I've been to Lumen now for the last 2 years. It's the type of stadium where you, like, I teared up because of how loud the fans are at Lumen.
I know.
And
the 12s are a real deal.
It's a real deal thing, and I just think that that's going to be something the Rams have to deal with all game long, that they're not going to be able to hear a thing that game.
The thing that's causing me to go with the Rams in this game is they met on Thursday night in Seattle just a few months ago, and the Rams got a nice lead in that one. And then special teams let them down, and a weird 2-point conversion. That was a backward pass that somehow went forward. That's for whatever reason, that Seahawk player picked it up, even though you could tell that they weren't trying to. They're just like, here's the ball. And it ended up being a 2-point conversion. Some weirdness happened that the Rams, they know how to actually win in Seattle this season. They were that close.
Sure.
I think they'll be ready to go for this one.
Sure, but the Rams are just weird. They're just funky. They have these great drives to start a game, and then they disappear.
Sure.
All season long, the Rams have been killing me because it's like, why aren't you beating this team more? They don't have killer instinct, is my current theory. And McVay, I just think that I'm a little underwhelmed by the play calling. Like, I'm watching Rams Bears, and I'm going, how is this game this tight? Like, how the Bears on paper, the Bears have had an excellent season. Of course, they were, the cardiac Bears. They won every game by coming back, essentially. But, like, when you have Puka Nacua and you have Devontae Adams not at 100%, but you still have him, and you have all the tight ends they do, why was it such pedestrian play calling in that game? I just didn't understand that. They had Kyron Williams running right through the defense right away on the first drive, and then they didn't go back to it till like the end of like the fourth quarter with 8 minutes left. McVay is weird. He gets this. Everyone believes he's a smart guy. I think he's a very intelligent guy, but sometimes the play calling just kind of falls flat. And Seattle, like you have to be coming out and just like the secondary is the only place I can see Seattle having some struggles. So you're going to have to dial up a lot of plays in the passing game for Puka Nacua. I don't really believe that right now McVay has shown me that they have these plays ready to go. But at the same time, it's Matt Stafford, and it is in theory a great offense. So on paper, sure, but I'm a little worried about the Rams. They just don't look right. There's something wrong with them.
I'm not a Rams fan, so I like your takes.
To be fair,
I just my gut is saying we got Pats Rams for the Super Bowl this year.
well, Patriots, Seahawks, or Pats, Rams would just be rematches. Like
Yes.
most of the Super Bowls that you can get are rematches. I don't think
Broncos Seahawks is a rematch.
Yeah, Broncos Rams though
Is not something that
not in my lifetime.
No, not that I could just think of off the top of my head. But then Pats Rams, there's the recent one, and then I was reminded, I've completely forgot about the old one, which is Tom Brady beating Kurt Warner in the greatest show on turf, which started off the Patriots.
That's right.
Back in the day.
That's right.
So I there's just something. I was like, we have 4 quarterbacks. One is in the top, closer to the top tier of just established quarterbacks. I have a hard time believing that we're going to go to a Super Bowl with 2 kind of unestablished quarterbacks.
Well, the NFL was probably kind of hoping. Like the NFL is not going to be mad if it's a Pats and Seahawks, but Pats Rams would be the ideal for the NFL. You have the 2 MVP guys going against each
That's
other.
the other part too. Yes. And we won't know who the winner is until the Thursday, I think, or whatever it might be. I don't know when the words officially is. I can't remember exactly.
I think you're right.
It's usually around there.
Yeah.
But so like the whole 2 weeks or week and a half leading up to the Super Bowl, like, there'll be that last half of the second week. There'll be the conversation about the MVPs, but then they're going up against each other. It's an older quarterback against the younger quarterback. For whatever reason, the NFL somehow always it works out that they have the scripts. And Sam Darnold against Jared Stidham doesn't seem like a script the NFL wants.
Yeah.
No,
Even
with
Bo
you.
Nick or Drake May versus Sam Darnold doesn't exactly scream NFL story.
correct.
Right?
Correct.
That screams more CFL Grey Cup story to me. The quarterback, the Trevor Harris finally getting to the Super or the Grey Cup type thing, and he's going up against the younger new quarterback in Davis Alexander. That's Grey Cup. That's CFL, not the NFL. The NFL, we go with bigger stories. I just have a hard time, and I'm not saying it's rigged or anything like Aaron Foster once did. It always seems to work out well for the NFL.
You get a lot of engagement online if you say it's rigged, because that's all the tweets that end up in your timeline now are just, it's rigged, it's blah, blah. But I mean, Jared Stidham to me, that'd be, if you want to compare it to the CFL, that'd be like when Dinwiddie had to come in for Winnipeg. That's pretty much that's what I go to.
We're a game away from it being almost the exact same situation type thing where it's the championship and you're going with this guy who didn't just take a snap all year, although Dinwiddie never even played a game, but in the CFL as a starter, like he never, it's just, I struggle seeing that the fact that on Monday we're going to talk about Sam Darnold, who no one, and I'm not saying anything about how, because he's just at the start of the year, like no one would have ever said that. Sam Darnold and Jared Stidham or Drake May, that's our Super Bowl quarterbacks. That's what we're looking at. I find that hard to believe.
And that's why it's just been an unreal season. Just cinema, I say. Cinema.
But that's also like the flip side of that is the NFL season has been so weird.
Yes.
There's been so much parody. It's been so kind of like anything can happen on a given week.
Exactly.
But
that
this
it
is
would
the
be
perfect year for it.
poetic for the
Yes.
Jared Stidham, Sam Darnold Super Bowl.
Like the
I like
AFC,
it,
it's going to be Bo Nix or Jared Stidham and Drake May in a conference that has Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, and Josh Allen. Like, it's wild to think that.
So wild.
And the Patriots will have not had to go up against any of those 4 guys if they
Correct.
get to a Super Bowl.
Correct.
Like, it's wild, but that's the season we have. And you can't change how you get there. It's not a path. No one's going to sit there after, and if the Patriots get there and go, yeah, but you didn't take any of those guys down. It doesn't matter. The path was the path. And yeah, it's just weird to me.
I mean, the Seahawks, like their path too. I mean, they get the bye, but they beat the 49ers twice, and the 49ers were depleted twice. Now, I'm not sitting here and trying to say like, oh, this is the Patriots' path was not as hard as. I'm not trying to compare them to the Patriots. I'm just saying, like, usually when teams are good, like the best teams, those are the teams that make it to the end, and then people go, oh, their path sucked. Well, they beat those teams because they were the best teams.
Yeah. And this season is just, yeah, as you said, it's just been a wild season. It's been a crazy season.
Love it.
We've almost done the entire hangout without even me mentioning NHL, and that's my name.
I know.
That's in my name.
We have to get.
We got
Well,
this.
the funny thing is, you came on and you're like, I get a chance to talk sports, and we spent an hour not talking sports.
Yeah,
We had a really interesting conversation, I thought.
That's the EST
refreshing.
Hangout right here at Edmonton Sports Talk. Portions of this hour of the Hangout. Well, the official drink of the EST Hangout, it is Dylan's Small Batch Distillery. We've got gin, there's vodka, we've got the drops here. They've got their crafted cocktails made with their own gin, crafted and made here in Canada. When you're at your local liquor store, find Dylan's Small Batch Distilleries for their canned stuff or their gin. We have now ours. I've had them before. I know you've had them before.
Oh, yeah,
they
I
are
love these.
delicious. The official drink of the EST Hangout. Would you like to get into the Oilers? Actually, quickly here, it looks like the Oilers, they are starting Jari. Let me see if I can find something here.
Okay, well, I understand that.
Dramas. Yeah.
I get it. I mean, I was at the game, and my first thought was
Which game?
Devils. I was at the Devils game, and I mean, Jari, the first goal he probably wanted back, but the windmill save was so awesome to see live.
Yeah,
that was incredible. My dad is a goalie. He grew up as a goalie, and so he gets a little bit of a spark when there's something like that. And he said, "That's the I don't care that they lost. I'm taking that highlight out of this game that I'll forever remember." Because it was just such an old school type of save, and I thought Jari played really well in the second and the third. So I do get him starting, but also I don't know. I maybe would have started Ingram.
Well, I'm
Myself.
trying to find just the official confirmation of that one.
Yeah. Considering Skinner won the game yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, Tommy's down there. So Kapanen's putting in a little work at Oilers morning skate. Doubtful tonight. Maybe ready for the weekend, says Chris Knobloch. Tristan Jari starts in goal again tonight.
Now, here's what I want to chat about. I don't know if you guys have been chatting about this already a lot lately, but I want to bring it up because it's been in my circles. Mm-hmm. We're getting to the point where this year's trade deadline looks so bad. Like, it's awful. I mean, the fact that, like, Anderson and Sherwood are moving now because there's so little assets, I think, actually available.
Yeah.
And it's starting to become a thing for me where it's like, what do the Oilers actually do? Like, what can they do?
That
It's
question.
starting to become a question for me. It's like, what
Can they do?
impact move can they actually make?
Yeah.
Well, you got two things at work here. One is this is the first time NHL teams are going through it where you have a roster cap for the playoffs. That's being instituted this year. I don't know how teams like that, they haven't had time to figure out, they don't have the experience of going through this and going, well, what can we do? What can't we do? So who's going to find the exploitations, all of those type of things. Yeah. So I think for one thing that's going to hurt. That right off the bat was also one that I think a lot of people looked at like, that's going to hurt the deadline just because how are you going to bring people in if people are tight to the cap and stuff? The Oilers, I honestly believe just because of the cap situation for next year, you just allow this season to be what it is. You go with as is. You don't really do much. You hold on to your assets so that this summer you push everything into the table. There is no next season. Next year is we are going for the Stanley Cup. There's nothing else because if we win the cup, Connor McDavid's entering his final year of the deal. We could lock him up for a long-term deal after that. If we don't, he's going into a final year of a contract. Is he going to want to stay? Is he going to want to sign? Like next year, to me, they have to have the Stanley Cup by then. And this year is a hard one, I think, to go because there's not the players. They don't have the assets. They don't have the cap. Why force a square peg into a round hole?
And I agree with you mostly. I agree with you. I think that when you're thinking about, okay, can they bring in an asset with that 2027 first round pick? Like that, they might actually have a better case to move that at the draft for a guy that they can use all season long and have them get acclimated rather than moving it now. But then the flip side of that argument is you are now in a scenario where you might have 2 more years because you might trade McDavid before that contract expires. So let's be honest, like teams are gonna have to make decisions. All Canadian teams, Edmonton, Toronto, Ottawa, all have to make decisions in the same summer about McDavid, Matthews, and Brady Tkachuk. And if they have to trade them or if they're going to ride out that last season with them for one last go. I don't want to count that season as a window season because we don't know exactly what the decision is going to have to be. So if you only have 2 seasons left, you almost have to just go for it now and then figure out how to get other assets or move assets later for another round. And that's going to be a tough decision. Like, I mean, if it was like, I think there's like maybe a couple guys on the market I would do everything right now for. I don't know if those guys will come here because they all have no move clauses.
The thing is that like I would go all in next year because also with this year, and then I know the counter to this also could be, well, it works both ways. The Pacific Division's weak. The Oilers should beat the Ducks if that's who they're playing in the first round. They should beat the Kraken. They should beat the Kings. They should beat whoever else they might face. Then they would get the Golden Knights. The Golden Knights don't scare me. No. If I'm the Edmonton Oilers, I think they're relatively similar. So there is an easier path for the Oilers to just all of a sudden you're in the conference finals out of nowhere. Yeah. Can you manage 8 wins with this team? With Connor and Leon and this team, can you manage 8 wins? That's all you're asking for. So hold on to your assets. Try to see if you can do it this year. And then if you get it, great. But if not, you're just going onto that table in the summer and you're just pushing every last chip in and says, we're doing it now next year.
Absolutely.
As opposed to trying for it this year, where like while it is an easier path, you still might have Colorado though. You might get to that conference final and Colorado might just push you aside and go, this is our year type thing. We're just that good this year.
Or I would say Minnesota too.
Assets, Minnesota, and at Dallas with Glenn Gulletson, he scares me a little more than the Pete DeBoer coach teams. That maybe if you use those assets, then you go, okay, well, we used them, but it didn't work. And now we're going to next summer and we have less assets. We can't go, we split our chips into 2 different hands. So we have less to use in this second hand where it's, to me, it's just, okay, I already have what I have here. I'm just going to leave it. We're checking all around the board anyway. So I'm just going to not raise this. But the next one, I'm using all my chips. I
think it just depends on the player because like they can't, like the absolute worst thing they could do at this trade deadline would be and I'm actually not saying that Adam Henrique's a bad player. I'm just saying when you're taking first round picks and you're moving them for Adam Henriques and Trent Fredericks, generally speaking, that's because you believe your team is so good that it just needs that last piece for the third line. And the Oilers, I don't think, are there. I think they're a really good team, but I think that we just saw it. I mean, I saw it against the Devils even. You take Draisaitl out of it, and all of a sudden they have one unit and then a hodgepodge of other guys that are good in spurts, but they just don't have the depth to necessarily pull it off against a team like Florida had 3 lines at forward, and the Marchand line killed the Oilers, so they never had anything to match against them. So, and Knob wants to go nuclear. Well, if he's going to go nuclear, he's going to have that second line winger guy that can drive a line after you have the nuclear line out. And they've never really had that. So for me, it's like, is that guy out there? Then I would probably still take that move now. But if he's not, don't settle for Trent Frederic and Adam Henrique. You have to home run this if you're going to make the move. If Artemi Panarin wants to come here, I'll do that move.
Could you imagine?
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Because he's a game changer. He will change everything for you. I think Panarin on the power play would give them something a lot different than they don't have. Their power play is already amazing, but Panarin would change it even further. And then Panarin's that guy on the second line that comes out after the nuclear line is out. And that's huge. But yeah, just don't waste your time. That's all I'm saying.
Flip side, I will add though to like if you could get that Ekholm type deal where this guy is coming in for this year and next year. To me, that's part of like you're throwing those chips and you have to do that.
Would you do?
I just don't know if those we didn't know Ekholm was available, so I don't know what player that would be.
I'll give you a name. I'll give you a name because I don't know if this is an Oilers move that would make sense because of the Flames. Craig Conroy is not necessarily a guy that's jumping to make a move with the Oilers, but if Blake Coleman is Blake Coleman.
It's not happening.
Big enough name.
It doesn't matter. Flames won't do it. And I understand, because you have to, I understand this from a Craig Conroy perspective. I understand this from a Flames perspective. Because if the roles reversed, I think the same conversations would be done here in Edmonton. From Edmonton, it's easy to say you got to do what's best for your franchise. So if the Oilers are offering the best for Blake Coleman, you got to go take it. If I'm Craig Conroy, I cannot be the reason that the Edmonton Oilers want to help. I can't be the thing that put them over the top to go win the Stanley Cup and tell my fan base, who are the biggest rivals of the Edmonton Oilers, yeah, we're helping them push them over. But don't worry, we got this pick.
Yeah, it's a fair enough take. That's a fair enough take.
It's happening.
I guess so. I'll go away from Calgary for a second, but I was trying to more say like the player. Like, is Blake Coleman as a player, is that a big enough piece
But
for
it's
you
not
to push
even worth
chips
to
in?
me. Go like you're overpaying. If to get him from Calgary, you have to completely overpay. Like if it's a first, you have to give up 3.
Okay, so well, take Calgary out of the equation because I'm just trying to think of player quality in terms of when you would push the chips in if it was this guy. If it was Vincent Trocheck, is that a big enough name to push in chips now for you?
I not as much for the forwards for me. I'm a defenseman person.
Well, and the good news with the Oilers is that they actually have made good trades for acquiring D-men at this time. Like, as much as I just kind of criticized them for Frederick Henrique because I felt like those were not big enough home run pushes at those times. Wallman, Stastny, Ekholm, Kulak were all deadline deals where it's like, hey, these guys were huge pieces. Stastny, I think, is a guy that's going to help us in the future. But the first 3, it's like those are really, really big pieces that helped us huge in those moments, especially when Ekholm was hurt. Wallman was so big in the last playoff. So they do seem to know how to evaluate D really well. But the forward side, I think, is actually where they need help now. I think they need a depth D. I don't really want to see Alec Regula play a playoff game. That's just me. He's a serviceable player, but it's just I don't think that's a guy you want playing top 4 minutes in a playoff game if you have an injury, God forbid. They do need someone that they can plug in that's a little better than him for depth purposes. But forwards, I'm like, where is that guy that's going to help them if, we shut down Ryan McDavid today. Now what?
But what I hope then is that the Oilers don't get in a situation. That's why I would go defense first because the long term for next year as well. And go like they got the goalie, like what they're doing. Like there's no changing of that. I'd want to make sure that my defense is just solid because I just need 1 or 2 goals from Connor or Leon at one point. Then I don't need 4 or 5. That's the difference. So that one, and I was like, okay, the Flames have already traded with 2 Pacific teams already. If that's the case, they're joking an organization. No. But okay, Pacific is different than your rival, your key rival. And I will tell you right now, if the roles were reversed right now, if the Calgary Flames are in a spot looking to win a Stanley Cup and the Oilers were down and they had that piece to help the Calgary Flames win and they traded that piece to the Flames and the Flames won the Cup, the Oilers, every fan of you would torch the Edmonton Oilers organization. There've only been 3 trades ever between the Oilers and the Flames. Steos for Aaron Johnson, there's other pieces. Brossoit for Laddie Schmid, and the Milan Lucic, James Neal, which is you just helping each other out. There have never been actually productive, solid. The Flames did not try to get Jerome McGinley to come to the Edmonton Oilers or something like that. You're not doing that. That's just, and it's not, doesn't make them a joke of a franchise. It's just also just, the Oilers aren't like, the only way, like they're not over offering something so much better than everyone else that the Flames are so dumb to not take it. Like,
well, you hope so. If it's Blake Coleman, I don't want to. Like, that's what the point I was making. Kind of was like, is Blake Coleman even a big enough name? Where if I'm pushing, all right, we're gonna move, Howard in this, we're gonna move a first in this. Is this the guy? And for me, it's probably just not quite the guy.
Well, but also then it's like, if whatever the Oilers offer, what is the next highest bidder? It's not so significant that the Flames are a joke of an organization to pass that. Like the Oilers aren't offering Leon Draisaitl in a deal where then you're sitting there like, well, yeah, you have to take this. Like, so it's I completely understand that, and that's the right thing to do because if the roles reverse, you can't do that for the Oilers. You can't help your key rival.
Well, so
win a Stanley Cup.
Did the
reason that put them over the top?
Are the Flames and Canucks a big enough rivalry? Because they did send Elias Lindholm to Vancouver. And
it's not the same.
I know it's not quite the same as Battle of Alberta.
It's pretty bad, though.
But it's...
they did it.
The thing, you got, if you're the Calgary Flames, you're looking up north. The team has 5 cups. You have 1. They got Wayne Gretzky. They had Mark Messier. They had all these guys. Now they have Connor and Leon. They destroyed our team, if you're a Flames fan, just a couple of years ago. Destroyed Markstrom for what they have. No, I do not want them to win a Stanley Cup more than anyone else. Don't care about the recent rivalries, the Vancouver Canucks. The Oilers are it's the Battle of Alberta still. You don't want them to win a Stanley Cup.
I think it's a fair enough take putting into perspective that it's Conroy. Because if they had a different GM, like if you put in Eric Tulsky into Calgary, I think it's all data. It's all data. Sure, I don't care about the rivalry. But because it's Conroy, he lived it.
He beat the Oilers.
I think it's just there's a little more weight when you've lived it. And Conroy has lived it. That's the credence I'm putting in that take. But I'm also saying that I don't think that Blake Coleman's a big enough player for me to push my chips in. I need Panarin. I need Alex Tuck. He won't be available because Buffalo's on the resurgence side, although they might be a little fraudy, but whatever. I think.
But they just want playoffs.
They want playoffs.
You can't be trading Alex Tuck now if you're the Sabres.
Yeah.
Because you can't have a thing and if you fall low, people be like, we're so close to maybe getting the playoffs. Like, why are you doing this?
Yeah,
like,
why are you
can't do that.
changing something
You
that's
can't.
working, right?
You have
Yeah.
to. Your Stanley Cup is playoffs to the Sabres right now. And Terry Bagula might be ruining the Bills, so the city needs something.
Yeah, but the Rangers to me are like they're the team that I'd probably be targeting right now because they've already basically told every other team, hey, we're retooling, we're open to everything, and they have players that are really good. Like I think the Rangers, by hiring Mike Sullivan was to me a really weird decision because as much as Mike Sullivan had a great track record and it was like, oh, well, he just needs a change of scenery. The Penguins, look at them right now. I mean, the Penguins look a lot better this year than they did last year because Sullivan was just kind of getting outdated with the league. Like he had been in Pittsburgh for a long time. It wasn't just comfort, though. It was a matter of systems. The power play has been so good in Pittsburgh this year compared to last year because of the systems being completely overhauled and changed. The Rangers already had old veteran coaches and it didn't work. They had Peter Laviolette, and it didn't work out. And they had Gerard Gallant, it didn't work out. And they went back to kind of the same well. And that's why I'm looking at that team and I'm going, they have pieces that tangibly could be so much better if they were out of that organization, out of that room. Panarin is a different story because he has the big no move clause, but even a guy like...
cap it.
Yeah, but even a guy like, I look at the last time the Rangers were in the playoffs, I thought Lafreniere was really good. And he's been a problem there for a long time in terms of what is he going to be. And that's a guy where maybe you push in a chip like a first for him because Lafreniere might be really, really good here. But at the base level is he's still a 45-point winger who could give you a different 5-on-5 push on the second line so you can go nuclear.
I just want one more point quickly on Oilers Flames here. The clips were there. There's a sports show in Calgary that spent all playoffs last year cheering that the Kings were about to knock off the Oilers and then crying the rest of the playoffs as the Oilers marched to the Stanley Cup final. Their whole show wasn't about Calgary for months. It was about the Edmonton Oilers because the Oilers live rent-free in Calgary's heads. There may be a big rivalry with Vancouver right now. The Oilers are still living rent-free in Calgary's heads. And that's like that specific show or any of those shows would torch the Calgary Flames the moment that trade would happen type thing. That's just the reality of it. I'm sorry. I fully get that. We only have 4 minutes left on the Hangout here. Play Alberta, over under. Download the app. Visit them, playalberta.ca. We've got Crosby. We've got McDavid. Just as we go on, this could be the last time we ever see them against each other. We will see them together in a couple of weeks, though. 3.5 combined points between Crosby and McDavid tonight. Over or under?
Under.
I'm going to go under just because of, the thing is they had a lot of chances against the Devils in the third period where it wasn't going in, and I do think that reverses. But I think it's just one of those things where you're coming into this game, the Penguins are on the road, and they just came off a big win against Calgary, 4-1 win, where everything was going right for them in that game. I wouldn't be shocked if this is like a bit of a lull game for Pittsburgh and a bit of a rebound game for Edmonton. And I wonder if maybe Crosby is the one that drags that under down in this game. And I think Crosby's had a great season. It's just that it's the spot. For me, it's a spot play. It's like maybe Edmonton wins this one, 4-1, and then McDavid gets 2 points and Crosby's at 0. And also, I think that goaltending plays a factor here too. I do think that from the Edmonton side, like the Oilers have been allowing a little bit less since Jarry and Ingram came in, more as the tandem. So I'll go under.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, Crosby scored last night too. So
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, they were playing in Calgary, and the Oilers have not done well taking the team that is coming from Calgary the night before. I will throw that one out
I
there.
know, that's what I'm really curious to see what happens
Is
today.
this a national game tonight or is it regional? Does anyone know?
Oh, I can just find out.
I should mention Crosby also barely scored that goal. Like he got a piece of it, but I think it was Brian Russ' shot.
It should have been the case most of the time anyways, but moving forward, any Connor Sid game should be a national broadcast.
It's Sportsnet West.
So it's not regional. It should be national. Everyone should be able to watch that moving forward.
I agree.
It's just, and I think he'll still be playing next year.
No,
but you just never know. You just never know.
Literally not checked my phone since I got here. Do we know if Pittsburgh has Letang or Carlson in?
Well, they wouldn't be on the ice yet.
Okay.
Because the Oilers had the ice at 10:30 and they had their skate. Usually, I think the visitors are about 11, a little
gonna be
after
a-
11. So we'll find out.
On the score, it says still day-to-day for Letang and Carlson lower bodies.
Because if they're
But yeah,
both
they haven't
out,
spoke yet.
if they're both out, Pittsburgh's coming into this game. Brett Kulak 1D.
Kapanen is out.
I will also say that they wouldn't probably skate today because they played yesterday. So there'd be an avail at some point coming up here. So we won't fully know. Maybe on two guys in a goalie, there'll be more info. Clacker, it's great having you in here. What's coming up with you on CBC Radio?
I'm just going to be producing a lot of stuff for Edmonton AM, Good Morning Show that airs.
That's with Tara?
Yeah, with Tara, and I think I'm just trying to be a reporter there more and get out and do a bunch of cool stories and things I see fit. So, I'm just gonna try to get more experience and in the meantime still follow sports on the side.
93.9?
Yep.
Is that the FM?
Yep.
I have it just
93.9.
presets. I always forget. 93.9 on the FM. Love CBC Radio.
Clark, you were so good. I couldn't even talk about the Oscars.
Why would you talk about the Oscars?
Well, the nominations came out today.
Oh,
So I was gonna get everybody prepped to watch the movies before March 15th, which is when it airs.
didn't see that at all.
Yeah,
Didn't know that. Okay.
We just had such good conversation. I just didn't want to.
Any surprise for you? Or anything?
Sinners has the most nominations in history with 16.
Was it that good?
I think it was a good movie. Yeah, definitely a must watch. Yeah.
I do want to see that.
Anyways, we can talk about.
Yeah,
Once I
no.
start talking, I don't stop. But yeah, it's been a pleasure. I hope we get to do the hangout again.
At NHL Update on Twitter also. He'll keep you updated on all the moves happening in the NHL. It's amazing how quickly you get all that info out there. Legit, NHL Update. Follow it on Twitter. Clacker, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much for having me.
Jasmine, great seeing you. Great sweater. Enjoy
Thank
the
you.
football game this weekend.
Yeah,
Thank you to
enjoy,
everyone for
guys.
tuning in to the EST Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage right here in Edmonton Sports Talk. We got Lock Shop. We got two guys. We got EST Afternoons. We got the Reed Wilkins Show. We got GCL Diesel, Oil Stream pre and post game shows. That's all to come here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports, presented by Play Alberta. Once again, thanks for tuning in. On behalf of Brendan, Jasmine, I am at Lock Shop. In a few minutes, don't go anywhere.
Let's go. There you go, right in front of the camera.
First time guest, long time listener, fan of the original draft commissioner.
Welcome to the EST Hangout presented by White Claw Hard Seltzer. The difference is clear. Matt Iwanek, Tom Zola with here, joining us today.